Hello everyone, sorry for the delay because I was just trying to stream a bit earlier, but there are a few things I didn't control for this one, so I have a meeting and was a bit longer as expected, so I'm just streaming a bit later. So I hope that at least I have 1 hour for this streaming or maybe more, and also I will try to stream the next days 2 times a day, so not only in the morning my usual schedule, but also during the afternoon, maybe earlier than this time. It's a bit late for me also, so I hope that this is just helping people joining maybe in different time of the day if you are just working, or maybe from another part of the world, that it is easier to have 2 different time of the day you were scheduled for joining. What I was doing this morning, I was just completing a few things. For example, this one, a small one. I was also fixing a few bugs here that I have found. More or less, I can say that this part, even not having gameplay, but I mean, it's more or less is almost finished. So it's something that I'm not working more on this area. It is already done, and later I will put maybe an NPC here that can be just walking or farming or things like that. Maybe I will do today, not sure. I could maybe do today, yeah, it's fine. I was just also completing a few things, like this one I was creating today, a new one I was also completing here. So yeah, more or less this part, this small area is already done. What I'm missing is just creating, making bigger the map, but this is something that I'm not planning to do right now. And the thing that I need is this part that I was already creating a bigger area, because I'm missing this small area. I'm missing, that's why I don't have even grass here. I was just leaving this space, well, it's too much, to put here the manor house. So I'm planning to create maybe like a round one, and put inside the will need like granary. I will need also a place for the animals and a small chapel that I need to model everything. I was just trying to find good models, but I didn't find good reference for that. So we'll see, we need to create something, but I will do maybe, because this stream will be short, and I will do maybe next time creating completely at least some of the buildings. So for that, what I'm doing is just completing the thing that I have here already. I was working also on lots 3 this week, and most of them have already lots. A few of them still missing, but I hope that the performance will be a bit better. So you see that almost all of them have already loads, except some tables, and of course all the houses. But even on this small area with the farms, I was also creating, for example, for the wooden part here, or toilet, or even this one small storage. I was also creating the loads. So all of them have already loads, and it's improving a bit about the performance. I hope so, that is improving the performance for the overall game. Even it's just working fine with the performance, but while completing all of them to be sure that we don't have a lot of things that are not really needed. I was also completing, for example, this small thing with the loads, and yeah, few things like that they're not really very high poly, but of course it's just everything helping. For example, this one with a new variation, I was creating also this small one here. You see this small variation that you see is a bit different from the last one. So just a few things, and also creating the loads for that, so everything is working more or less fine, and performance is fine. Mainly because I'm planning to be, creating bigger map, so I would like to have everything under control, for example with all the grass and things like that. And in case I'm increasing, I'm not really falling down a lot about performance. I think that maybe we can do is just create here NPC, which is going to, let's say, farm for some hours and then going home during some time of the day. So we can create really simple NPC. For that, I have already a base. So this one, for example, is this is a pattern for this character. I think that I can just copy one of them. Some of them that could be maybe easy or really easy to do, and then just duplicate. Yeah, we can create even new blueprint, and its character base, and this one will be, I don't know, farmer What's the name of this one? I don't care. House far. I will just change later, that's fine. And the only thing that we need to do is just duplicate some of them. So any of them could be, let's take someone that have already this one, duplicate. And this is farmer, house far, helper. And we can put here all the logic for this one. So the first thing I will do is just changing the model. Mail 3. So here we need also mail 3 animation. Okay. And another thing that we need to do is just adjusting this one here. Where is this variable? Let me check any other. Okay, where's this interactive? Ah, sorry, because what we need to do is just the parent, is not this one, is change the parent. No, sorry. Reparenting, what's this? Reparent blueprint, NPC, interactive NPC. Okay, and now we have this, and this one need to be exactly the same that we have. So this is farmer, house far, helper here. And yeah, everything is fine. Do we need any other thing? This reset. So we need to create this reset also. And we don't need to create any of them. But the only thing that we need to do is this reset. So I will create also this reset. Override reset. And what we need to do here is yes, this one. So almost the same. What I need to do is just take this get interactive to take all our logic for that and execute plan event. So it's just calling the plan that I'm planning to do right now. So it's just starting this event, and also like that. Well, we need to cast helper. We don't need this cast anyway. Okay, I will just do it just in case, but maybe in the future I need something. So this is cast to farmer, house far, helper. Yeah, just in case that this is not for some reason. If this one is failing, I will do this return node and will be no success. Just to be sure that nothing is broken. Okay. So the next thing that we need to do is create the logic for this one. So let's say the NPC is already done, and what we need to do is the logic for that. I will check any other just to have exactly the same. So one thing that we need is just even graph, nothing. Dialog. Okay, I will create also a stupid dialog or something like that. Get nodes we need. I think I duplicated already exactly. So what we need to do is just the nodes here. I will delete all of them. That's the end. Oops. So there are the nodes that are coming from the dialog that we don't have yet. So I'm just resort that is like that. Okay. Next thing, the plan graph. So here we can define the plan for that. So let's say, well, we can just sit here. Go to home garden. What is? Go to location. Okay, and what we need to do is this home garden, or this is not a big house. No, what is this? Ah, this is dialog graph. Okay. I will delete all of them. Okay, there's no graph here, so try again. Execute delay action, we don't need this, so we'll delete. Let me see. Yeah. Delete this one, and delete this one, and also this. This is just, I was just copying from the last one, so it's not needed. Okay, the plan. So the plan that we need to have with this one, for example, we can do like sitting here and then going to work, and then sitting again and then going to work, and then going home after some time, just sleeping here and then going back again. So for that, the plan should be, let's say for example, starting, we can do this weight between hours. So let's say is, and the first thing, thinking that you are starting during the day, I think the first thing you need to do is sit down, sit. Let's go to sit on bench. Okay, and will be sitting. I don't remember how I was doing this one. Really, I need to check for any other, for example, you know, this this one. I think we can just copy them. Sit on bench, exactly. Okay, first thing is sit on bench. On bench will be the first one, and let's say you are sitting here for 5 minutes. So this time is time in seconds, if I remember correct. So let's say 300. After that, the next plan will be go to location, and the location will be get home garden, get index, we'll just get the 0, and what we need to take is also get actor location. So what I'm doing is going to the home garden that I'm just defining later. After you are just sitting there, go to this location, and let's say that you will be working for some time. So this is working until, I don't know, or just wait until no, what I want to do is just waiting for some time. Okay, seconds, let's say for example another 5 minutes, and after that will be also starting. But depending on the time, if you are for example more than 8 already, this NPC should be go to bed and sleeping. So let me just try to this. Okay, so sit there, go to the location, work here for 30 seconds, and then the next plan. That will be, we need to take the time, so get time. I think seconds, so in case that this is I think we have this between, I really don't remember this one, but between hours, time between. Okay, I was creating already all those time between hours. Let me see. Exactly. So I take the time here from 2 and it says yes or no. So what we need to take here is the time, but I need to get hour. Let me see how it works. I don't remember how it works, really. It's yeah, exactly. This is the one that is taking this get time. So that's saying you if yeah, if the hour is between, I don't need this. So let's say we can have here like hour between 8 and 6 in the morning, let's say, and then you have a branch. Okay, so we are just checking about the time that is when it's just leaving or stop working, and we see if it's already time for, let's say, time for sleep. So the time is between them. Go home. Okay, and then wait until do I have wait until hours? That's the same. Okay, so it will waiting until 6, and when this finishing, is coming here to the third plan. And this restart plan is fine. So after that, it's just going to the plan. So restart plan should be, yeah. So this just kind of repeating, sitting, working, and then it's coming here. It's time for sleep. It's going to sleep. Otherwise, it's just going to restart plan also. So in case that is not timed yet, we'll be just resetting this plan, and also this one. It's fine, restart plan. So this is more or less the only plan that I have, is just sitting them, working there, checking time for sleep or not, and then going there, and so on. So this is quite simple plan. And for that, what I need is, what is this farmer here? And what we need to do is assigning all of them. So we need to assign, for example, what is the home. So the home is this one. So let's say host far BP, yeah, just to be sure, or to know which one is. So we have here house far BP. So this is the house. What we need to do is assigning the home gardens. So we will create this as the home garden far BP, and we need to assign to this guy. And the last thing that we need to do is assign this seed, which is also here, seed BP 39. Okay, just 39. So we assign which house, which home garden, or benches that you need to use. For example, we can assign or define also the paths for them. So we define all of them that are being connected with this guy, and then all the variables parameters are passing to this logic controller. And you know, for example, when you say go home, I just take this actor here and taking the location for this actor and just going there. So you need to define everything that is being used in the future. Okay, and we can try to play and see what is happening here. Sorry. I'm just trying to do that, but okay, finally it's moving. Not much. You're guessing what is happening, that's what is happening. Okay. I'm afraid just to press. Yeah. Okay. Get really laggy. Still doing something, I don't know what. Okay, let me try to close a few things. Okay, finally. So this guy is not moving at all for some reason. The other thing is just we change the name, and change the name for this one is here, I think. Yeah, the description for this one will be just farmer. We can change the name later. But I'm afraid it's just this reset is not happening, and for that I need to check the sub levels here, and yeah, this is something that I would like to do. So for that I'm doing more or less like that, instead of having the list of all of them that I have already here. What I'm doing is something like that. So let's sequence here. Okay, and I'm doing more or less the same. So taking this get all actors of class, and the one that we need to do is this NPC interactive NPC, and for that what we need to do is assign to these NPCs. So what is this? Sorry, what I need to do is this one, and then get NPCs. So I have the array for this one, and then just add this element. So yeah, for each loop, and each element I will be assigned to this one. So this loop body, and this is the one. So all the NPCs will be being assigned to this list. What we need to do is removing this one, otherwise we are adding 2 times. Okay. It's going pretty slow for, I think it's about the blueprints. Okay. So this one has been already compiled. Let's see what is happening now again. If this guy is already moving or not. Well, need to check what is happening. I think when complete is continuing here, so we don't need this sequence. I'm afraid that the sequence not working well with a loop or something. So this is doing this loop and then this another loop. I'm afraid that the thing is not being called this plan. So execute plan event. Scaling. What is my? So this one need to be here being called. So for that, the only one that we have is this, and then play. Is it being called? It is. Okay. I see what the problem is. Okay, so the thing is just calling kind of generic. I see. Yeah, it's a bit weird that it's just keeping the connection from the another one. So let's say again. Okay. And again, is this interactive? But this is not. Okay, so the get interactive need to be casting, should be working, so it's just going on this way. And in case you are calling this execute plan event. Okay. That's exactly the same. Okay, let's see if this is working, because it's just casting for functions, so it will be just being called there. This guy is not moving at all. Okay, so this execute plan supposed to be calling this one. So that's the thing that this far. What's the name of this? House far here. Should be calling this method. I think this is our problem that is not being called. Okay, so this one is being called. Sit on bench. And then okay, so I don't have any bug here or any warning, anything like that. So the only thing is, okay, it's being called, so everything is just coming here. That's fine. Close this one. So it's just coming here and say sit on bench, and this sit index 0, which is true. Let me see if this one is being assigned. Is this on the same? Yeah, I see the bench here, so all of them are on the same level. So I don't know exactly what the problem is. Why? What this one is having any problem executing this when you have already the place here. Supply, make try, supply, sit on bench. Everything seems fine. Strange. Is this arriving here? Yes. So let's continue to see what is happening, or Why is this one being? So this one is seed BP 39, which is true. That's fine. Continue. Yes. And then continue. Yes. Execute subplan event. Okay, go. I'm afraid that something's broken and it prevents this one, so should go this way. Exactly, everything's working. Next one. I know what the problem is. That's really stupid. Sorry, it was my fault because we don't have any path here. So I have everything on the town that you can see with this navigation, but not this one. So nav mess bounce volume, and we need to add a new one. Nav mess bounce volume here. So I will add here. G. Okay, just be sure that it's just matching. So 600, even more. In case that we want to, work around or maybe go to this area, we should have something even bigger. So for that, we need to have something longer, like this. Okay, that's even too much. Really too much. Okay. And now we should have this exactly. So you have already here surface that is just calculating the path. So when I say going to this point, this guy has some paths, a navigation path to go there. That's why that's working. Okay, perfect. And we need to be sure also that this path is going well, so he can just cross to the farm in case that is going there. Okay, play. Perfect. I will just continue with that. This now should be working as exactly. Okay, so this guy is going there. The next thing that I should be doing after 5 minutes, so we'll just go faster time, should be just coming to this farm. Exactly. And that's strange because it's just leaving immediately, and I was just wanting or planning that it's just working for, I don't know, 5 minutes or things like that. So go to location, that's fine, and after that should be working here. We have another farmer that is doing almost the same, like working and then farming and waiting. So go to location and then wait event for any time, which is the same here. Go to location and then wait. Well, just to be sure, I will just create as it is. So a new one, new ping. This 4 will be here, 3 will be here, and then the second one will be this plan. Of course, disconnecting this, just to have exactly the same. I don't think that is been the problem, but the code is exactly the same as you see. For the another one, it's just going to the location and then it's just waiting event, and it works. So it should be also working here. Just let me see, because also there are a few problems with the events that is not so easy to manage all those steps. So it's just calling to another delays and then calling another events and things like that. So maybe I cannot call both of them in the same sequence. Let's wait a bit. Okay, perfect. That's just the idea. So this guy will be here for 30 seconds, 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, yeah, he should just leave, go to this place, and he's doing this sequence until it's time to go to sleep. And the time that we have for sleeping is, let me check, 20 in the afternoon. So that's the hour 20. And what I'm doing is just starting the day, starting the game at the time that is almost there. Oops, sorry, what is this? Navigation mess here. Needs to be moved to common navigation. And not only, because I also need to move to this level. Actor, okay. Let's start the day around 8. So that's time for leaving to going to home faster. So let's say something like that, and just play. So should we just sitting there for 5 minutes? Okay. And then time for working supposed to be, I can just add a new check between the bench and the farm, but should be here for 5 minutes, and after that should be just checking, and this is already late, so she's going home, and then oops, supposed to be waiting there until morning. So okay, let's check time of the day for something like 10, and we can change as for testing 10 in the morning. Okay, go home, wait until 6 in the morning, which is already checking if this is being afternoon, night, or things like that, so it works all together. So go there, 5 minutes. Also here waiting for 5 minutes, and then time to go home. Yeah, it's just leaving after just a second. So something here is not working well. Let's say, for example, sitting for 3 seconds and then working for 3 seconds. We can change later just for testing faster. Should come here if the time is between 10 and 6. This is true, so it's going home, and then wait. Let me check another one that I have been doing already. Wait between hours. Okay, so wait between hours, and the hours that we need to wait is between, let's say, 10 and 6 in the morning. Let's try again. Okay. Yeah, that's for testing. It's 3 seconds there, 3 seconds here. And now go to home, and we'll be there and not come back. For some reason it's just coming again. Go home and wait until wait between hours. Maybe the problem is exactly saying that we need to wait between hours, and in case that this is not, you restart the plan. I think that we can just create a new node here. Go this, and this 4 is being here, and then disconnecting from this one. I think we have exactly the same problem. It's about that for some reason you cannot use the nodes all connected there and need to kind of waiting for the event. So in that case should be working. And I think I don't need this even because just coming here this false. Yeah, that's fine. So 3 seconds here, 3 seconds in farm. Later I need to put here an animation working on the farm. Then we just do idle. Okay, so this tank is not coming. It is right. Okay, so it's waiting until 6 in the morning. It should be waiting until 6 in the morning and then leaving. So what I'm doing is just to change this one to, for example, 11. So should be leaving at for 1 hour, just for testing. Okay. I'm fine just moving the time faster to pass 1 hour. Okay, this is almost okay. So just coming up 11. I'm doing exactly the same sequence. So that's working. The sequence is working. What we need to do is just put the final values, like for example 300 here for 5 minutes, 300 for 5 minutes, and the time is between 20 and 6. And that's the same here, 20 and 6. And should be just working this plan. Okay. Let's close a few things. And the next thing that we need to do is just create a dialogue, something. In the future I will just create real dialogue and something to say. But just right now we will create a few notes. So let's copy some of the dialogue here, or at least something. Can we just copy this? Yes, we can. Okay, this is a macro, but I have everything there inside to show also the menu and a few things I need to control about starting the dialogue or ending or finishing, things like that. Controlling also the keys and the widget that are just showing on that. And the next thing that I'm doing is also you have a question for this NPC. And the thing I'm using is out in and connecting the nodes. So for this get nodes, what I need to do is this is node 01 and this is node 02. This is also the way to continue the dialogue, for example, when you are just sitting or just waiting for time, so you don't really need to control or being in a loop checking for the dialogues, things like that. So just So the dialogue, and forget about this, when you are clicking something it's just starting a new dialogue again, so you need to know in which node are you continuing or just joining again to have this one. I don't know. So this is the second one, let's say this is the end. And in case that you are asking, for example, this one, I will create a new answer. Doesn't matter. And the same here, another end node, just ended the conversation, the dialogue. And the last thing that we need to do is just create here a new node. This is node 3. Okay. That's all. Should be working. What we can do is just try to talk with this guy. Okay, if we say this one, we finish the conversation. Let's wait until it's just working. Exactly. So that's all, the dialogues are working. The only thing is just being in front of this one, and the head is just being in the middle of those things. That's fine. So the dialogue for this guy is already working, and the plan is working. Yeah, we have at least something to do here, and we have some NPCs. We can do, for example, also like working there and then coming here to sit, and then going again to farm, and adding a few more on this plan. So just move this, let's say. So sit on the bench, go to the location, wait event is just going here. So this is bench, going here, work a bit, and then he's going to be sitting on another bench, which will be the second bench that I have here. We need to assign also this. Let me see which one is this. This is the bench 38. So we will add the second one here. Sit at 38 here. Okay, that's all. So he knows what is the next thing to do. I'm also sitting there for 30 seconds, and after that we can do, I don't know, sitting here, working here, going to another bench, and then maybe work again in this farm, and then start the game, just to have the same. So we need to do exactly those nodes again, and the same here, which is the location of the home garden, and we need to add a few more nodes for that. So this is another one in the plan, this is another one, this is another one, and I think just That's all. Is this restart plant with a net? Yes. It's just sending to the restart plant, or being the default is exactly the same. So in case that the number is bigger than this index is going to default. So it's just restart the plant. Okay, so we have one more thing to do for this guy. And I didn't adjust all the numbers. What we need to do is just passing faster time. So we'll be here sitting down for 5 minutes. So we'll just move faster. Okay. Should be here for 5 minutes more. So I will just move faster. Okay. Yeah, that was expected, that he's just crossing the house. Sitting here for 5 minutes. Faster. Okay. Should cross again the house. And coming here for the farm. Exactly. And after that, he should be checking on if it's time for sleeping. If not, just restarting the loop again, all the plants. So starting again, sitting here. After 5 minutes, he's doing again working farm. Fine. Okay, 5 minutes more. Going to the next bench. So he's doing this loop every 5 minutes the whole day until it is night, and it's just going to sleep. I have seen here floating things, exactly some of them. Okay, so this is working already. You have this plan for this guy. I will remove this. This is just floating. I was just maybe sculpting or something like that, and we just moving a few of them, but others are just floating. No. Why is being selected if I don't have this one as selected? That's something stupid. And they are fine already. Yeah, I think they are fine. Or no. Just in case I will delete. Looks squared. This is fine. So I don't see anything more. Maybe this. I really don't know. So okay, just in case I will delete it. Okay. Also here, no player, so you are not able to be working there. This guy is there as suspected. Thing is, if I'm trying to work here, that says exactly. Okay. See this guy moving. Let's pass time faster. Yes, so everything's working. Yes. Why is this guy not moving? Did I break everything for that reason? So this one is Fairplain House. Server here. Yeah, let me see if you are just calling this path. Yes. So follow path. Jesus. Yeah, I have this problem. I remember I had this problem also in the past with for some reason it's just broken this path here, and the only way is just restarting the. As you see, the volume is bigger. Let me see. Yeah. I'm afraid I need to restart because you can just recalculate the path. So build path. Hello Greenbone. Well, mainly I was just working on the first game that I was doing was in CryEngine. Most of them I was just coding, and I was just planning for the second game something that had more tools, more, for example, plugins and things for importing or exporting a few things, easier to control about the, for example, the animation and things like that. So I was just taking Unreal Engine over Unity, even never used, but I don't like C#, and this is C++. I was just coding with C++ for many years, and for example this CryEngine game was almost everything on C++. C# is just interpreting code, and also you don't have, for example, threadings, and also it's not so realistic about the game, you know. But I never used this one, so maybe if I'm just using it I can say that it's better or not better, things like that, so it's not like that. Yeah, I have been working almost a year in this game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was working a lot of vegetation and lighting. Even the lighting is not perfect yet because the fog is not so well, but more or less looks more or less fine. At least I'm not a 3D artist, so most of the model are a bit, a bit simple. I know. More squares, but I don't want to spend also a lot of time on really simple things, so doing everything I really need to move, so that's why I'm okay, just moving. So yeah, don't afraid to make questions, answer, that's fine. So now I should have already this path here. Okay, then okay, that's going here. Name, resume. Exactly, so this guy is already moving. For some reason sometimes there's a path is just being broken, and and I was afraid that I need to restart it or something happened. And this guy should be also moving. Yes, this guy is also working, because since you don't have this path here in this area, he's even not moving. So it seems that yeah, the area is working for both of them. So if you have any question, or you want to see any other part of the game, you have been here for the first time, you have any question about maybe game development or just this project, yeah, let me know. Because most of the time I'm just, you know, interacting with the people more than really coding or doing things here. But in the meantime, I'm just completing a few things, or yeah, level designing for some areas. People is also helping. Sorry, because I have sorry, I have now the overlay with the chat. Wall heights 8, 10 or 12, you mean meters? What is this? Inches, or I don't know, because I don't know where are you from, so I'm not sure about if you mean 8 meters or what is this. For most of them it's just like 2 meters for the door, so you can see that more or less maybe it's 2 meters or around 250, things like that. This area, of course, this is much bigger. I don't know exactly, for example, this house, how big it is, but we can just check here right now. It says, as you see here, let me see, to something black, 800, 1080 or 800. Oh, sorry, I don't know what feet is almost 3. I mean, so 10 feet will be like 3 meters, maybe. Well, it is kind of realistic, but it's not realistic for the 20th century. So they were just maybe building as they want, with not much different. The only thing is just supporting the wooden structure need to support the house, but I don't think that they have really all of them the same side. So I have few houses that I'm just creating, but most of them is like that. So it's a bit more than the door. So for example, this one a bit more, or I don't know, checking any other one here, a bit more of the door, and then some roof. Others are not so high, for example, for that. And talking about, for example, the floor, do have here 2 floors. This is more or less also like 2 meters the door, a bit more, maybe 250. And inside also they're the same. So not so big, because I was just trying to do something kind of realistic, so it need to be not so big. This is not Dark Souls with palace with 100 meters square, things like that. So really small, or trying to be small rooms with not much windows. Yeah, so I was just taking a few reference, of course, just drawings, because we won't have any building from this time. This is based on 13th century. So yeah, the houses are, a few of them, more of them are the same, like for example the windows being of the same size, the doors also, but yeah, around maybe 250 that I'm doing. The NPCs are a bit taller, and others are not so tall, but that is less than 2 meters for all of them, like 180, around 180 meters for every NPC. So yeah, the houses or the doors are like 2 meters just to avoid. Let's try to find have like a base door base. We can check what this side. Yeah, exactly. Let me show this. Well, it's really laggy because I don't have enough RAM. Sorry. As you see, it's just 100% of the RAM, and this is going really slow for everything that I'm trying to do. But yeah, you can see 190 for the doors, so it's like a bit less than the 2 meters. Let me close a few things here. And for lots, yes, of course I'm planning to have the houses, but until I don't have the final surface or detail for them, I'm just trying to avoid this lot. And also what I have is inside all the furniture that you have here, so all of them have been, or I was just adding to these interiors, which is another level. So when you are going kind of far from the town, this level is being unloaded, so everything that have been inside will be just removed from the game, and when you approach to the town, all of them have been loaded. So this is something like half of the houses is in one level and the rest is in another level, and I will be loading and unloading if it's needed. And also I need to work on lots. More or less the only thing that I don't have lots right now are the houses, for that reason, because I'm just planning to improve maybe the model a bit better. But if you check for the rest of the thing, all of them have already lots here, as you see. Well, there are a few of them, this is not, but the rest of the thing, all of them have already lots here. All the trees, grass, and many other things. For example, those platforms, all the table houses you have also here. You have here hierarchical messes, so you have also lots on those things. And here you have also everything with lots, and also pull distance to reduce for all of them. You have all the rocks here, small rocks, pebbles, grass. For example, if I'm going here, you can see those pebbles. All of them have already lots, so even all those small things, everything has lots around. That's the only way to improve the performance. So yeah, everything is around lots, and the only thing that I'm still missing are the houses, because I would like to improve a bit. So I was just creating like a simple model, and then in the future I will try to improve a bit. For example, the chart is also the same. The first lot will be completely empty inside and only the outside. Maybe the next lot will be just removing a few things, because being far you cannot see much. But yeah, that's the idea. Of course, it's a lot of work, and I'm just completing from time to time. Most of the time now I'm doing the models at the same time I'm creating all the lots. But in the past I was not so creating so much all of them, so I was just trying to create at least something and I can use with this one. And after that I'm iterating again and creating all the lots for all the props. Now I'm creating everything all together at the same time. And also modeling during streamings. You can check the YouTube channel. Let me see. I have all the links there. If you check the YouTube channel, you can see all the streaming that I have been doing in the past. I have like maybe 100 videos, even more, and I was doing almost everything. So even lighting, the lots, for example, modeling, or doing the grass, vegetation, creating the flowers. I don't know, almost everything with the sound, widgets, the code, the blueprints, everything being here. So if you are, for example, in that case interested on lots, you can check most of them, or most of the things. I was modeling most of the houses also during streamings, but if you are talking about lots, you can see, for example, how I was creating the lots for the grass, also the shaders, how I was creating the lots for just simple models, or for example with clothes that I have here, things like that. Yeah, a lot of things. I mean, if you are more interested on this thing and not maybe another part of the game, so yeah, you can see this. Okay, thank you for coming. See you next time. Oops. Just going really slow. Let me will start now building. Mm. I'm just opening a build at the time that I'm just starting the editor, because sometimes it's just, as you see, I don't have enough RAM. I need to close the editor and start again. So just everything is really laggy and slow, and it's hard even to do anything with this, like opening a blueprint or things like that. Definitely I need to buy more memory, but the problem is that this is a laptop, so it's hard to, I cannot just add more memory. Okay, finally. Okay, so the next thing that I do is just start here. What I want to do is, oh, hey Elderground, hello, welcome. I'm just restarting the editor. As you know, usually I don't have RAM, but I have opened the build already, so we can just walk. Okay. I'm streaming now because I'm planning to stream 2 times a day. I was just streaming this morning as usual, my normal schedule, but I'm planning to stream also during afternoon, evening. Maybe there are some people that just join at this time. The thing is, I had a meeting this afternoon. I was unexpected, and I was starting too late, you know, so I have been trying to do the streaming today a bit earlier, but in the end I'm doing too late. So usually it will be like maybe 2 or 3 hours before. Not this time, it's too late for me already. In fact, I don't know, I didn't check about the price for the RAM, because as you know that having a laptop, I cannot increase this one. I'm not planning to buy it, so yeah, it's nothing that I can do, really. Jesus. But I don't think that the RAM is really expensive comparing with any other part of the game. How much costs? I don't know, 8 gigabytes, maybe $70, like that. I really don't know. I didn't check for some time. Yeah. Email. I can send an email or try to find on in WhatsApp. Jesus. I was creating today this small one. Ah, it's not here yet because it is the building for. This is build for yesterday, so they're not the changes that I have been doing today. Yeah, so it's not really expensive because you are not planning to buy, I don't know, 32 gigabytes. I mean, you have already maybe 8 or 16 already, so you are planning to buy 8 gigabytes that you can just keep for 1 year or even more. 72 euros is not like a really expensive. If you think about how much is people paying for internet monthly, most of the countries, you see that it's not really 10 times more, you know. So I don't think that is really expensive, and you can just have a big improvement if you are buying something with 70 euros. You know? I think mine is there is DDR3 also. Yeah, it's a bit old, kind of. I was also this morning playing with this panoramic that I have all around the town. I was just touching to the player, so as you are just walking, this panoramic is kind of moving with you. So if you are just going far from the map, this is not a problem that the panoramic is always at the same distance. Because I'm just planning, you know, just trying to increase the map much better or much bigger. and yeah, that's one of the problem that I have. You are being walking too close to this fake panoramic. Ah, maybe it's just the time for New Year, no? So they just increase the price for no reason, and after that everything is going well, again is coming back. Or maybe yeah, they are just increasing for those dates. Could be. But yeah, the new area is here. Not the new NPC, but the area is. So my idea is just continue this path, going through of course those sticks that I have right now, the wall, remove this wall and just go through this way to the maybe another town. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just the date that you have now for New Year and everything like that. You're just waiting, or you can just wait a bit. Maybe it's just falling down again to the normal price. So I was just modifying everything here today, but it's not here yet. The laptop is still trying to close the editor since I did, you know. I can just show you if I can, but this is still trying to close the editor, you know. And see, I don't know, 5 minutes and still doing that. That's crazy. And also this area I've been already started doing. Here on the right you have a lot of space. New one. Not finished of course, but you have a lot of new space. This, what's the name of this, like a realistic sky or ultra sky or something like that? Ultra sky I think. But I heard that, I think it's nice, but I heard that they have some problem with the blueprint, which is kind of intensive. I don't know. I'm not planning to do like a real-time true sky. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Not planning to do like real-time rain, snow, or things like that. That's fine. Rain day and night is ready. Let me see this one. Is it this one floating also? Yeah, it is. No? Yes. So if I remember, I would remove this one. This path is all stone. Yeah, not planning to do that because people was asking me if I'm planning to do the snow, winter, things like that. But then I need to really create 2 times everything. Think about being winter, about the, for example, the vegetation. I need to recreate everything, change them, and change, for example, all the shaders to have vertex paint for snow, things like that. It's really a lot of work. And in the end, you are not even adding any gameplay. I mean, you change the weather, means nothing. So it's a lot of work with no reason. And this is saying like having rain, that's okay, could be maybe nice, but this is also a lot of work for nothing. You say you need to take care about, for example, the terrain or the textures, and also, for example, the specular maps, things like that, for really nothing. I mean, there's no gameplay at all, so there's really too much work for nothing. So yeah, not planning at the moment like blue sky and weather and things like that. So the time is passing, game is passing like real time, and you are passing a few days. Okay, so you are passing a few days, but you are not planning to pass like 300 days. So this is from spring to winter, you know? And in the end, it's just a game. So don't be crazy to be real world. This also working. It is. I need the sound for this mechanic. I don't have any sound. It will be easy to find sound here, but I don't have it. Sorry, black screen. Wait. Okay. Oops. Everything closed. Sorry. Jesus. Try to complete the editor again, but as you see, it's almost impossible. Really fed up. And now all the computers completely blocked. Nothing's happening. Okay. And also this happening. Sometimes I need to check all the time OBS because sometimes my screen is just freeze or just black screen for some reason. I don't know. Okay. Not easy stream today, really. Where was the one floating missing here? This one. Not only this one here, and also this one. Since when I'm just on this one also. When I'm doing this sculpting, some of the grass is really moving, but there are others that are just completely broken and not really moving with the terrain. So that's why I have this also floating things here. I need to just fix. And I was also modifying here, maybe something. And it's strange because, for example, the grass is going well, but there are some of the debris that I'm using that are not being aligned to the terrain, but the grass is. That's strange. And also this small part here is not really like I need to modify also this terrain. This two-step really need to be something plain, and it's not. This second part is fine, but here is that's fine. It's plain. More or less. This one is not, but I understand it. At the end of them, or the start, something strange here. This one. I think not well done. So I need to modify also this. $95. Okay, maybe 20 minutes trying to open the editor. Let's crazy. And now black screen. Are you serious? Okay, finally. First thing, just to remove the one that I have here. So select here. We have selected them, yes. We can just try to do that, but the problem is, for example, floating here is almost impossible to select. It's only selecting, or you need to have really huge brush for that. So you need to select manually, and then if you try to do manually, sometimes it's almost not possible to do that. So is it all? Actually, no, here. Yeah, there's another one here. That's really strange. I don't know. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is just sculpting this path. So okay. Hello Jack Day, welcome back. Trying to improve this path. Also, I will try to stream 2 times a day. Started too late today, but I will try tomorrow a bit earlier. Okay. And then smooth. The trees are missing, so here remove. Okay, now it's better. I think the best way is just walking all the path again. Oh no, Now rendering shaders. That's much better, because the problem was to step in here like a wall, and now you can see they are really walking on the way of path. This part is not so much. Maybe smooth here a bit. That's something strange. So you can see here very easy if you are just moving this, you see that the terrain is not much. The thing is, if I'm doing like that, working here, all my grass is just broken or just lost. In fact, I think I will remove, otherwise I will have also the same problem. Select. Yeah, exactly the same problem. So I will remove a bit and I will add later when I'm sure that there's not broken anything. This was this one, I think. Yes. Okay, terrain. Smooth. Not easy really. What I need to do is also painting here. It's not the right way. So this is smooth, smaller. The rest will be covered with grass. And something dirt. Okay, finally we will just add here current level, yes, with the grass. Okay. I think we need smooth. Oops. It's cool. Smooth. That's the same problem as it was. Well, a bit better, but of course not perfect. Okay. Yeah, more or less. What I'm missing is few stones. So we're just doing here on this one. Yeah, perfect. Why? I was just saving everything. Okay. What is the wording here? Door base. I really don't know. For some reason now I'm just losing a few things that have been done for I don't know months, and now it's just giving me warning that this one need to be uh, movable. For some reason it's static. This is the door, so this is stupid that I have been creating like that. Okay. Clear lock here. Play again. Okay, no warnings now. What we're going to do is just try to open the door. Oops. Another one floating. I was already deleting them just to avoid these things. Okay. Yeah, so it works. Where is the one that is floating? This one. That's all. I hope so. Okay. So. I'm really afraid to do anything because just everything that I'm touching is just taking really long, and unless I'm lucky that it's not crashing. I don't know. I'm just checking where I could just add also what I was creating this morning, this small door with 3 sticks. So it'd be nice to have more in some places, I don't know where. So I'm just trying to find a place for that. Maybe here in the farms. This one, that's the one that I'm trying to create. I have two here. I could just add one here and remove one door. Well, kind of off. So do you want to see something? I don't know, any other part, or do you have any question, or if you have been out for some time, there are new areas in the map that you would like to see, I can just walk around or just play a bit on the area that you want, or maybe the mechanics that I have been doing. So if you have any question, because I think that I'm almost leaving the streaming today. It's really hard to do everything with for no reason. The computer is going really slow. Probably the problem with the RAM. But yeah, I was even restarting the editor, but since not working or not helping a lot for some reason. So yeah, planning to leave here the stream. If you want to say something or you have any question, otherwise I will just leave here. well, Windows is fine. I mean, I don't have any problem with Windows. Even I was trying with Linux already, and I was just compiling the engine and making the build, all the packets for the game, and that's working also in Linux. The problem is that with Linux have using this OpenGL instead of DirectX, which is slower, but this is also working on Linux and everything is working on Linux, so yeah, could work there also. A bit slower, and in my case, a bit slower means really almost impossible to work. But everything is working there, so you don't really need Windows. But of course, I need to. I want to take with Windows all the time because it's something that I'm planning to release on Windows only. I mean, Linux is on Steam. You have all the numbers, and you can check there. It's like 0.2% are using Linux, which is nothing. I mean, really, nobody will be asked you one every, I don't know, 1000, which means nothing, you know. And probably the guys that have Linux have also Windows, so that makes no sense spending time on, for example, testing things like that. But just in case, just to be sure that I'm not having, for example, warnings, I was just also trying to do on Linux, and yeah, it works fine. I didn't find any problem. Everything it's fine, but makes no sense just to keep this one working or maintenance or trying trying this one from time to time, because I also need to compile the engine. As you can understand, with my computer it takes like maybe 3 or 4 hours to compile the engine, so yeah, it's really long, and makes no sense just spending one day to see that okay, it's working in Linux and nobody's using. So that's why I'm not keeping this one or not doing as usual. Nobody will use on Linux, so that's fine. So I will come tomorrow again, normal time during the morning, and I will try to do also after lunch, maybe in the afternoon, not evening, but in the afternoon. Adding a new one. Maybe I will start, because I didn't want to start this one today. It was a bit late and already not so long stream, but maybe I will start with this area already here. That is the place for the manor house. I have no good idea yet or no good reference, but the first thing that I will be doing is just making a circle with where do I have this, with environment here, with spline that I have to create this area, and then I will put inside all the buildings there. So yeah, thank you YouTube. I hope to see you next time, and I will be doing more things, and the computer is working better. Hope so. So good night or good morning. Have a nice day. I don't know where you are. So have a nice day. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to check all the links and Twitter, Discord, and all those things. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.